Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Success doesn't happen in a vacuum. You're only as good as the people you work with and the people you work for. For the most part, that message hasn't changed a lot over the years. Love is still love, and heartbreak is still heartbreak. Any time in radio that you can reach somebody on an emotional level, you're really connecting. The first syndicating I tried was when two partners and I created a production company in 1952. We wanted to syndicate famous Bible stories and sell them for $25 a show. Every station I was at, I never said goodbye when I was in Detroit, Cleveland, Buffalo, Oakland, and LA. I don't know why. Hosting various versions of my countdown program has kept me extremely busy, and I loved every minute of it. Basically, radio hasn't changed over the years. Despite all the technical improvements, it still boils down to a man or a woman and a microphone, playing music, sharing stories, talking about issues, communicating with an audience. The dullest thing in the world is waiting for your scene, but the most exciting thing is seeing yourself on the screen and then getting compliments. I'd like to feel that an advertiser gets something extra when they advertise with us, a certain humanity that comes from upbeat and positive human interest letters and success stories. I love to keep busy, but I never forget it's the countdown that made it all possible. The stories are success stories. The letters from listeners often touch the heart and can be inspiring. Before that, they thought talking movies might eliminate radio as well, but radio just keeps getting stronger. It's been amazing, the number of commercials that I've done, starting back in 1968. It must be 8,000. Garbage. It's a natural quality of huskiness in the mid-range of my voice that I call garbage. It's not a clear-toned announcer's voice. It's more like the voice of the guy next door. I've never loved listening to music. That something extra, I believe, is a certain humanity that comes from upbeat and positive human interest, letters and success stories. Advertisers like to be associated with those qualities. When I first heard rap, I wasn't quick to be critical. I couldn't understand what they were saying, but I had a feeling it was a reflection of what's been happening in the ghetto. My first commercial was for Miller High Life beer. Always be consistent. For years, everyone looked toward the demise of radio when television came along. Before that, they thought talking movies might eliminate radio as well, but radio just keeps getting stronger. If the beat gets to the audience and the message touches them, you've got a hit. We gave the show away, and in return, we received a certain number of minutes per hour for the 3-hour show that we could sell to Madison Avenue. One of the first sponsors was MGM Records. I like the storytelling and reading the letters, the long-distance dedications. I like the storytelling and reading the letters, the long-distance dedications. Any time in radio that you can reach somebody on an emotional level, you're really connecting. I started radio in 1950 on the Lone Ranger radio program, a dramatic show that emanated from Detroit when I was 18 years old and just beginning college. I did that for a couple of years. I was drafted and went to Korea, where I had an opportunity to create a production team that did dramatic and comedy shows. I had also done a little disc jockeying. Songs used to be short, then they became longer, and now they're getting shorter. But otherwise, music is about a beat and a message. If the beat gets to the audience, and the message touches them, you've got a hit. We tell stories. We talk about statistics. And in 1978, we added an element of the show that gave it its heartbeat, the long-distance dedication. My agent said that I was one of the top 3 busiest people in the country. Interestingly, songs used to be short, then they became longer, and now they're getting shorter. I probably would be continuing to do voiceovers, continuing to do cartoon shows, and at the same time I'd probably be on a sitcom or a dramatic television show. I must have done about 25,000 promos. I had also done a little disc jockeying. Despite all the technical improvements, it still boils down to a man or a woman and a microphone, playing music, sharing stories, talking about issues, communicating with an audience. But otherwise, music is about a beat and a message. Because of my background in theater and radio acting, I knew that I could make a living as an actor. As you know, in the past several years, month after month, radio has increased its revenues, some of it even coming from .com advertisers. So, radio is a survivor. Growing up, I actually wanted to be a professional baseball player instead of a radio DJ. Believe it or not. A lot of my fans are people who have grown up and don't have as much time to listen to the radio, but still want to keep up with what's popular. A lot of shows don't talk to them anymore, but I do. American Top 40 allowed me to be current without my having to force change, to keep up with things. The new songs kept us up to date, so every show sounded fresh. They are going to be playing Shaggy and Scooby-Doo for eons and eons, and they're going to forget Kasem unless they happen to step on his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I'll be one of those guys people say, "Who's that about?" And someone else will say, "He's just some guy who used to be on the radio." The greatest compliment that anyone can pay me is that after I say something, they remember it. I'll go over a piece of copy until I've gotten the essence of what the writer had in mind, every nuance. Even when I do commercials, I try to tell a story about the product. With music, I try to tell the story of the person's struggle for success. And I believe every word I say. I never read anything on the air I don't believe in. I think people sense that about me, and they respond to it. If I were doing a real rock show, slapping the phone book in time to the music, grooving with the songs, then it would matter to know how I felt about what I was playing. You can't fake it in that situation, but I'm just counting them down as they appear on the chart, 1 through 40. What really matters is what I say between the songs. I just felt it was my job to show that there is no easy way to success, and that anyone who gets even just one top 40 hit deserves their moment in the sun. I accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative. That is the timeless thing. What I really want to be is an actor. I credit God with giving me the idea for top 40.